Breaking barriers. The rise of self-made women in wealth. For generations, the narrative of wealth creation has often been dominated by men. However, a powerful shift is underway. More and more women are shattering glass ceilings and building their own paths to financial success. These self-made women are transforming industries, challenging traditional norms, and inspiring a new generation of female entrepreneurs and leaders. Beyond inheritance. Defining self-made success. It's important to distinguish between inherited wealth and wealth that is built through one's own efforts. Self-made women are those who have amassed their fortunes through their own hard work, ingenuity, and risk-taking. They may have started with limited resources, faced societal barriers, and navigated unique challenges, but they have ultimately carved their own paths to financial independence. Strategies for success. Lessons from wealthy women. While there's no single formula for becoming rich, many self-made women share common traits and strategies. Embracing entrepreneurship. Many wealthy women have built their fortunes by starting and scaling their own businesses. They identify market gaps, develop innovative products or services, and build strong teams to execute their vision. Strategic investing. Successful women are often savvy investors. They educate themselves about financial markets, diversify their investments, and seek expert advice when needed. Continuous learning. The business world is constantly evolving. Self-made women prioritize continuous learning, staying informed about industry trends, and adapting to changing market conditions. Building strong networks. Networking is crucial for accessing opportunities, gaining insights, and building valuable relationships. Successful women actively cultivate their networks and support other women in their fields. Overcoming excuses. One of the biggest lessons that can be learned from studying achievers is that they do not get sidetracked by excuses. They do not blame situations or other people either. They take full responsibility for their actions and continue to work towards their goals. The ripple effect. Inspiring future generations. The rise of self-made wealthy women has a profound impact on society. They serve as role models for aspiring female entrepreneurs and leaders. They demonstrate that success is achievable regardless of gender. Their stories inspire other women to pursue their dreams, break down barriers, and achieve financial independence. A changing landscape. Challenges and opportunities. While progress has been made, women still face unique challenges in their pursuit of wealth. Gender bias. Women may encounter bias in funding, mentorship, and leadership opportunities. Overcoming these barriers requires persistence, confidence, and a strong support network. Work-life balance. Balancing career aspirations with family responsibilities can be particularly challenging for women. Finding strategies to navigate these demands is essential. Financial literacy. Closing the financial literacy gap between men and women is crucial. Empowering women with the knowledge and skills to make informed financial decisions is essential for their long-term success. The stories of self-made wealthy women are a testament to their talent, perseverance, and determination. They are redefining success and inspiring a new generation of female leaders. By understanding their strategies, overcoming challenges, and embracing opportunities, women can continue to break barriers and build their own paths to financial independence, shaping a more equitable and prosperous future for all. How women overcome excuses on the path to wealth. For generations, the narrative around wealth has often been male-dominated. While progress has been made, ingrained societal expectations and internal dialogues can still hold women back from achieving their financial ambitions. This isn't about blaming individuals, but rather about identifying and dismantling the common excuses that can subtly undermine a woman's journey to financial success. It's crucial to recognize that the journey to financial freedom is paved with challenges. However, the difference between success and stagnation often lies in how we choose to address those challenges. As the saying goes, obstacles are what you see when you take your eyes off the goal. To that end, let's explore some of the most prevalent excuses women use, and how to overcome them. 1. But my health isn't good. This excuse is perhaps the most universal. From chronic aches to diagnosed conditions, bad health in its myriad forms can become an easy scapegoat for inaction. But here's the truth, everyone has something going on. As one doctor noted, the perfect specimen of adult life is non-existent. The trap lies in allowing health concerns to become a debilitating excuse. Instead, successful women treat their health as a manageable challenge, not a life sentence. They proactively manage their health, seek the best medical care, adhere to treatment plans, and prioritize self-care. Cultivate a positive mindset. Dr. Schindler's work highlights the power of emotions in overall well-being. Learning to manage stress and cultivate optimism can be transformative. Focus on what they can do. As the lawyer with tuberculosis demonstrates, focusing on living life to the fullest, despite limitations, is key. 2. I'm not smart enough. The second excuse women use can be I'm not smart enough. However, it is a mindset problem. Women are just as intelligent as their counterparts, but their mindset is wrong. Instead of thinking of the negatives, they should think of the positives. 3. I'm too old to start. This is another excuse women use that holds them from achieving their financial dreams. While it may be true that younger people have more youth on their sides, women who think this way should look at their advantages. One advantage is that they have more life experience. In addition, there are many educational resources online where these women can learn new skills. 4. I'm unlucky. The last excuse women use is that they are unlucky. Women who think this should think of ways that they can change this. One way is to write a grateful list. This will help these people see the good in their lives. By recognizing and dismantling these excuses, women can unlock their full potential and pave their own path to financial independence and wealth. The power to create a fulfilling and prosperous life lies within each of us. All we need is the courage to silence the excuses and embrace the possibilities. How women can overcome limiting excuses and achieve financial success. The narrative of women in wealth is evolving. We're seeing more and more women breaking barriers, building empires, and controlling their financial destinies. However, even with increased opportunities, many women still grapple with internal obstacles that hamper their progress. These aren't always external barriers. Often, they are deeply ingrained excuses that subtly sabotage ambition. The 4 most common forms of excuses women use. While excuses come in many forms, these 4 tend to be particularly prevalent among women. I'm not good with money. This excuse often stems from societal conditioning, where financial matters were traditionally considered a man's domain. It manifests as a lack of confidence in managing investments, starting businesses, or even negotiating salaries. I don't have the time. Juggling family, career, and personal responsibilities is a constant balancing act for many women. As a result, pursuing financial goals can seem like an overwhelming addition to an already packed schedule. I'm not smart enough, the intelligence excuse. This excuse, particularly insidious, often operates in silence. Women underestimate their abilities, comparing themselves unfavorably to others and shying away from challenges that take a brain. My health isn't good enough. While genuine health concerns are valid, sometimes health becomes an excuse to avoid the demands of pursuing ambitious goals. A focus on ailments can become a self-fulfilling prophecy, draining energy and motivation. The health excuse, breaking free and fueling your ambition. The final excuse mentioned above is a common one. Rather than succumbing to this excuse, here are 4 things women can do to kick health excuses to the curb. The best vaccine against health excuses. 4 powerful doses. Refuse to talk about your health. The more you dwell on ailments, the more significant they seem. Talking about bad health is like fertilizing weeds. Focus on your strengths and what you can do. Remember, complaining doesn't garner respect. It can be perceived as self-centered. Refuse to worry about your health. Excessive worry can manifest physical symptoms and create a negative feedback loop. Practice mindful self-care, address legitimate concerns with a doctor, and then actively choose to focus on other aspects of your life. As Dr. Walter Alvarez emphasized, exercise some self-control. Be genuinely grateful that your health is as good as it is. Cultivate an attitude of gratitude for your current health. Instead of dwelling on what's wrong, appreciate what's right. This simple shift in perspective can be a powerful motivator. Remember the saying, I felt sorry for myself because I had ragged shoes until I met a man who had no feet. Remind yourself often, it's better to wear out than rust out. Life is for living. Don't let fear of potential health problems prevent you from pursuing your passions and contributing to the world. Embrace activity, find joy in your pursuits, and live fully. The brain's excuse. It's not about how much you have, but how you use it. Perhaps the most limiting excuse of all is the belief that success requires extraordinary intelligence. Underestimating yourself. Most people make two critical errors: underestimating their own brain power and overestimating others. This leads to missed opportunities and a failure to tackle challenges. It's about the thinking. What truly matters is not the quantity of intelligence but the quality of thinking that guides it. A positive, optimistic, and cooperative attitude is far more valuable than a high IQ combined with negativity and pessimism. As Dr. Edward Teller noted about aspiring scientists, the only point that counts is that the child have a high degree of interest. Stickability trumps intelligence. Persistence is key. Just enough sense to stick with a task until it's completed pays off far more than idle intelligence. Stickability is 95% of ability. The paralysis of analysis. The story of Chuck, the honor graduate who was so focused on potential business pitfalls that he never launched his own venture, illustrates this point perfectly. His intelligence was guided by fear, not opportunity. Negative thinking undermines genius. Brilliance can be a barrier. The example of the highly intelligent man who held a mediocre job due to his negative attitude demonstrates how negative thinking can sabotage even the brightest minds. He used his intelligence to find reasons why things wouldn't work rather than seeking solutions. Attitude over aptitude. Similarly, the PhD graduate who spent 3 years driving a truck in the army exemplifies how negative attitudes can render even advanced knowledge useless. Harnessing your potential. The power of positivity. Conversely, Phil, the non-college graduate who excelled as a marketing research director, demonstrates the power of a positive attitude. He was a human engineer who inspired others and understood people, making him far more valuable than his technically skilled subordinates. Attitude drives success. A university admissions director revealed that the primary reason for students dropping out isn't lack of intelligence or money, but negative attitudes towards professors, subjects, and fellow students. From excuses to empowerment, 4 actions to take today. Challenge your limiting beliefs. Identify the excuses you use most often. Write them down, examine their origins, and actively challenge their validity. Embrace a growth mindset. Believe that your abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. View challenges as opportunities for learning and growth. Seek mentorship and support. Connect with other women who have achieved financial success. Learn from their experiences and build a supportive network. Take action, no matter how small. Start today. Open a savings account, research investment opportunities, or take a course on financial literacy. Small steps build momentum and confidence. Your financial success is within reach. Overcoming limiting excuses is a critical step towards achieving financial independence and prosperity. By challenging negative thought patterns, focusing on your strengths, and taking consistent action, you can break free from self-imposed barriers and unlock your full potential. The journey to wealth building might have its challenges, but with perseverance, a positive mindset, and a commitment to continuous growth, every woman can create the financial future she desires. It's time to silence the excuses and embrace your power to succeed. Age is just a number. Overcoming excuses and achieving success at any stage. We've all heard the excuses. I'm too old to start a new career. Or I'm too young to be taken seriously. These limiting beliefs, what author calls age excuses, are insidious barriers that prevent countless individuals, and particularly women, from reaching their full potential. This failure disease, manifesting as the "I'm too old" or "I'm too young" syndrome, can sabotage dreams before they even have a chance to take root. The myth of the right age. How often do we hear stories, both in real life and on screen, that reinforce the idea that success has an age limit? The seasoned executive deemed too old after a merger, the articles lamenting being washed up at 40. These narratives prey on anxieties and provide convenient excuses for inaction. The truth is, age excuses is a self-imposed prison. It convinces us that we're on the wrong side of some invisible timeline, and so we give up before we even try. Curing the disease. A shift in perspective. The good news is that age excuses is curable. The key lies in reframing our perspective on age. Consider the story of Cecil, a 40-year-old who felt too old to start a new career as a manufacturer's representative. Instead of letting his perceived age hold him back, he was guided to realize that he hadn't even reached the halfway point of his productive life. This simple shift in thinking from "I'm already old" to "I'm still young" unlocked a world of possibilities. Inspiration from real life. Countless stories demonstrate the power of defying age stereotypes. A 45-year-old, facing financial constraints and familial responsibilities, decided to pursue his lifelong dream of becoming a minister. Despite the perceived challenges, he enrolled in a rigorous 5-year program and after ordination, found fulfillment in his new calling. He recognized that had he succumbed to age excuses, he would have lived a life of regret. Similarly, there's the tale of Bill, who after a successful 24-year career in stock brokerage, returned to university at 51 to become a college professor. His friends doubted him, but his determination prevailed. He earned his degree at 55 and ultimately became the chairman of the Department of Economics at a respected college. Embracing youthful optimism. Kicking age excuses brings a renewed sense of optimism. It unlocks the energy and enthusiasm associated with youth, regardless of chronological age. By conquering the fear of age limitations, we not only extend our years but also pave the way for greater success and fulfillment. Overcoming the too young barrier. The "I'm too young" variant of age excuses can be equally debilitating. A 23-year-old named Jerry was offered a sales manager position overseeing 8 men, all older than him. He questioned his ability to lead based solely on his age. The advice he received was simple yet profound. Focus on proving competence, show respect for the experience of others, and recognize that leadership often means supervising individuals older than yourself. Jerry embraced the challenge, excelled in his role, and is now planning to start his own company. The path to empowerment. Age, whether perceived as too young or too old, is only a handicap if you allow it to be. By conquering age excuses, women can break free from self-imposed limitations and achieve their full potential at any stage of life. The key is to challenge limiting beliefs. Question the notion that age dictates your capabilities. Refocus on strengths and skills. Emphasize what you can do, not what you can't. Embrace lifelong learning. Continuously acquire new knowledge and skills to stay relevant. Seek mentorship and support. Connect with others who can provide guidance and encouragement. Celebrate successes. Acknowledge and appreciate your achievements, no matter how small. Age is a journey, not a barrier. By refusing to let it define us, we can unlock limitless opportunities and achieve extraordinary success, regardless of our chronological age. Breaking the bad luck myth. How women can achieve financial success. We often hear stories of women who have defied expectations and achieved remarkable financial success. Yet, alongside these inspiring narratives, whispers of good luck often accompany their achievements. Similarly, when a woman faces financial hardship, the phrase "bad luck" might be thrown around, especially with the internalized sentiment, "But my case, as a woman, is different. I attract bad luck." But is luck truly the driving force behind a woman's financial destiny? The truth, as a traffic engineer would argue about accidents, is that there's no such thing as luck. Success, financial or otherwise, is the result of specific causes, not chance. Just as a traffic accident isn't a random event but a consequence of human or mechanical failure, financial outcomes are the product of decisions, actions, and strategies. Attributing wealth or poverty to luck is not only dismissive but also disempowering. It absolves individuals of responsibility and hinders their ability to learn from mistakes and replicate successes. Think about the junior executives who attributed Mary's promotion to luck, pull, and bootlicking. They conveniently ignored the fact that Mary was simply better qualified, worked harder, and possessed a more effective personality. Similarly, the saleswoman who dismissed her colleague's large order as lucky failed to acknowledge the months of dedicated effort, meticulous planning, and personalized service that went into securing the deal. The illusion of luck in business. Imagine reorganizing a major corporation like General Motors based on luck. It's absurd to think that drawing names from a hat would lead to efficient management and profitability. Yet, that's precisely how luck-based systems operate. True success, in any field, stems from a combination of superior attitudes, a belief in one's abilities, a willingness to take risks, and resilience in the face of setbacks. Good sense, strategic thinking, sound decision-making, and the ability to identify and capitalize on opportunities. Applied hard work, consistent effort, dedication to learning, and a commitment to mastering the skills required for success. Conquering the bad luck excuse, a path to empowerment. To break free from the myth of luck and take control of your financial destiny, consider these steps. Embrace the law of cause and effect. Refuse to accept luck as a valid explanation for financial outcomes. Instead, analyze the factors that contributed to both successes and failures. What strategies worked? What mistakes were made? How can you replicate the former and avoid the latter? Don't be a wishful thinker. Stop fantasizing about effortless wealth. Financial success requires effort, planning, and the acquisition of valuable skills. Focus on developing those qualities within yourself that will increase your earning potential. Take responsibility. Instead of blaming external forces, take ownership of your financial decisions. This includes budgeting, saving, investing, and seeking financial advice when needed. By rejecting the notion of bad luck and embracing the principles of hard work, strategic thinking, and continuous learning, women can navigate obstacles, create opportunities, and achieve financial success on their own terms. Don't let the myth of luck define your potential. Take control of your financial future and pave your own path to prosperity. How women can unlock financial abundance by thinking big. For generations, the path to financial security has been paved with traditional values, often emphasizing stability and security over ambition and risk. However, a recent conversation with a recruitment specialist reveals a critical insight. The true key to unlocking success, particularly for women, lies in embracing a mindset of expansive thinking. This recruiter, tasked with finding the next generation of leaders for a major industrial organization, expressed disappointment with the priorities of many college graduates. Instead of focusing on innovation and making impactful contributions, too many prioritized retirement plans and minimizing relocation, prioritizing security over the pursuit of ambitious goals. But this emphasis on caution, ironically, presents a unique opportunity. When so many settle for thinking small, those who dare to dream big face significantly less competition. As the saying goes, success isn't measured in inches, pounds, or degrees, but in the size of your thinking. So how can women break free from limiting beliefs and cultivate the mindset needed for true financial abundance? The power of overcoming self-deprecation. One of the biggest obstacles to success is self-deprecation, selling yourself short. This manifests in countless ways: ignoring job postings you're qualified for, avoiding opportunities because you doubt your capabilities, and undervaluing your skills when negotiating salary. It's essential to acknowledge your weaknesses, but it's equally crucial to recognize and celebrate your strengths. Too often, we focus on our perceived shortcomings, creating a skewed and negative self-image. So instead of dwelling on what you lack, try this exercise. Identify your top 5 assets. Seek honest feedback from trusted sources like mentors, colleagues, or even family members. These assets might include your education, experience, communication skills, problem-solving abilities, or your unwavering determination. Compare and contrast. For each asset, identify 3 successful individuals who possess that trait to a lesser degree than you. This exercise is designed to reveal a powerful truth: you are more capable than you believe. By acknowledging your unique strengths and recognizing that you already possess qualities that contribute to success, you can begin to shed self-doubt and embrace your full potential. The language of success, painting a positive picture. Thinking big isn't just about believing in yourself, it's about cultivating a positive narrative. Our minds process the world through images, and the words we use shape those images. By carefully crafting our language, we can influence not only our own perceptions but also the perceptions of others. Consider the impact of these contrasting phrases. Instead of, "I'm sorry to report we've failed," try, "Here's a new approach that I think will work." Instead of, "We face a problem," try, "We face a challenge." Instead of, "We incurred a big expense," try, "We made a big investment." By choosing words that evoke feelings of hope, opportunity, and growth, you can create a positive mental environment that fosters creativity, resilience, and ultimately, success. Breaking the mold. The path to financial independence for women often requires challenging societal norms and expectations. It means embracing ambition, taking calculated risks, and refusing to settle for less than you deserve. By cultivating a growth mindset, recognizing your strengths, and consciously choosing language that empowers and inspires, you can unlock your full potential and achieve financial success beyond your wildest dreams. It's time to think big and claim your place among the women who are shaping a brighter future. The language of wealth. How women use words to build fortunes. We often hear about the habits and strategies of successful people, but rarely do we delve into the power of the language they use. For women striving to achieve wealth and financial independence, the words they choose can be surprisingly impactful, shaping their mindset and influencing their outcomes. It's the difference between seeing obstacles and seizing opportunities. Let's explore the crucial link between positive thought patterns, effective communication, and the journey to financial success, focusing specifically on how women can leverage language to cultivate a wealth-building mindset. The power of reframing. Turning negatives into positives. The core principle lies in reframing negative thoughts and statements into positive, empowering ones. It's about shifting your perspective from a place of limitation to one of potential. Let's examine some common phrases and how a simple linguistic tweak can dramatically alter your outlook. Negative. It's no use, we're whipped. Positive. We're not whipped yet. Let's keep trying. Here's a new angle. This simple change from resignation to resilience transforms a potential dead end into a challenge, encouraging perseverance and innovation. Negative. I was in that business once and failed. Never again. Positive. I went broke, but it was my own fault. I'm going to try again. Acknowledging past mistakes is essential for growth. This reframe demonstrates accountability and a willingness to learn from experience, paving the way for future success. Identifying opportunities where others see obstacles. A wealth-building mindset sees opportunity where others see saturation or impossibility. It's about focusing on the untapped potential rather than the perceived limitations. Negative. The market is saturated. Positive. Imagine, 25% of the market is still not sold. Count me in. This looks big. Or whatever percentage hasn't been sold. This reframe switches the focus from perceived market saturation to the significant potential that remains. It signals optimism and a proactive approach to finding a niche. Negative. Their orders have been small. Cut them off. Positive. Their orders have been small. Let's map out a plan for selling them more of their needs. Instead of abandoning a potential client, focus shifts to understanding their needs and finding ways to increase sales. This exemplifies a customer-centric approach that fosters long-term relationships and growth. Embracing the long game. Building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. A successful woman understands that time is an asset, and setbacks are inevitable. Negative. 5 years is too long a time to spend before I'll get to the top ranks in your company. Count me out. Positive. 5 years is not really a long time. Just think, that leaves me 30 years to serve at a high level. This reframe embraces the long-term vision, highlighting the potential for sustained success and leadership. Believing in your ability to overcome challenges. Confidence is a key ingredient in the recipe for wealth. Believing in your ability to overcome obstacles, even when facing established competition, is essential. Negative. The competition has all the advantage. How do you expect me to sell against them? Positive. Competition is strong. There's no denying that. But no one ever has all the advantages. Let's put our heads together and figure out a way to beat them at their own game. This reframe acknowledges the challenges but emphasizes collaboration and strategic thinking to find a competitive edge. The importance of vision and innovation. Successful women are visionaries and innovators. They see potential where others see limitations and are willing to adapt and improve their products or services. Negative. Nobody will ever want that product. Positive. In its present form, it may not be saleable, but let's consider some modifications. This reframe shifts the focus from rejection to innovation, encouraging exploration of new possibilities and improvements. Embracing opportunity in every economy. A resilient mindset understands that success can be achieved regardless of economic conditions. Negative, let's wait until a recession comes along, then buy stocks. Positive, let's invest now. Bet on prosperity, not depression. This reframe displays optimism and a proactive approach to investing, regardless of economic cycles. Age is just a number. It is imperative to embrace your age and use it as an advantage. I'm too young or old for the job. Being young or old is a distinct advantage. The experience or the new ideas can be used to one's advantage. Cultivating a wealth-building vocabulary. The language we use shapes our reality. By consciously choosing positive, empowering language, women can cultivate a wealth-building mindset that fosters resilience, innovation, and success. It's not about ignoring challenges, but about framing them as opportunities for growth and ultimately, financial prosperity. The image you create with your words, bright, hopeful, and victorious, will pave the way for a brighter, wealthier future. End of chapter 2.